So there's a lot of shit going on today. Like a lot. First, I want to talk about the one of the things I'm least excited about, which is Call of Duty 2023. Is going to be happening this year, and it is called Modern Warfare 3. And this is from Insider Gaming. Insider Gaming is a huge, not huge. Well, he's a leaker, and the majority of the things that he has said are correct. So it's only possible that we trust him, and I believe Tom Henderson is kind of confirming all this and shit. So it's it's a lot. Um, and the game will come out on November 10th of this year. Season 1 will drop December 5th, so literally less than a month later. And it's being developed by Sledgehammer Games. How do I feel about this? I don't know. Um, will I be playing this? Probably not. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not really my thing to be playing. Um, it's not really my thing as of recently of playing Call of Duty anymore. At least newer Call of Duties, I kind of just play Black Ops 3, or I play Black Ops 2. I don't really play Modern Warfare 2. So as of right now, and I'm pretty in my opinion, I'm probably not gonna play any new Call of Duties that come out every single year because I just don't care. If I'm being honest, I just don't care, and I don't trust Activision at all anymore. So I'm just simply done with them. Um, but that is the least of our news because Ed Boon, my guy, he's a fucking troll, bro. So Ed Boon, obviously, he's the biggest troll on Twitter. Today, Mortal Kombat 12 and Injustice 3 was trending. Um, obviously, he's trolling us right now. For the record, we never confirmed our next game is Mortal Kombat game. Okay, buddy. Yeah, sure. This teaser here was posted yesterday, and it's basically a clock going from 11 to 1. So many people thought, and this is crazy to me because here's my idea. Because when I saw this for the first time, I was like, okay, time travel type shit, right? They're gonna it's like time traveling shit. No, this is actually a leak that ended up basically, if you look deep enough and you just look at this teaser, you'll find out that we're not getting Mortal Kombat 12 as our next Mortal Kombat game. It's in fact Mortal Kombat 1. Um, so, I mean, it is quite literally the next Mortal Kombat game is Mortal Kombat 1. Um, which everybody was kind of like thinking, okay, we're gonna get a reboot of Mortal Kombat, and this is correct. The teaser, the kind of reportedly, and rumors have been saying, and I think Insider Gaming has also said that the next Mortal Kombat game is MK1. It is releasing in September of this year, and is going to be a reboot of the Mortal Kombat series. This is crazy to say the least. I thought that they had to do this eventually, because Call of Duty basically did it, and a bunch of games have kind of rebooted their entire series and just kind of left, kind of like just wanted to chill back for a second and think back and just kind of do everything all over again, and then continue the series forward from there. So it's crazy to say the least. Am I surprised though? Kind of, not really. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not that surprised because I did think that this would eventually happen. And just from that teaser, I knew, like, just looking at that teaser for a solid. If you look at the teaser for a solid 5 minutes, and it skips 12, you can tell, okay, we're skipping 12. We're going back to 1. So it only makes sense from there. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole, as you can see, Insider Gaming says Mortal Kombat 1 leaks has as a reboot of the franchise. So it's a reboot. It's not a it's not going forward in time. It's actually bringing it back to the OG. And I wonder how, because back when Mortal Kombat 1 released, all the way back in the, what was it, the 80s or 90s, there was no campaign. It was an arcade game, so there was just fighting. You just fight, and that was it. There was no campaign. There was no like multiplayer or anything like that, like we have nowadays. So that's my question: is how are they gonna do that? Maybe like they're gonna like. I think they're probably gonna do. I think that's gonna be interesting. I think the story of Mortal Kombat 1 interests me. I think MK11's story was a bit. It was okay. It wasn't the best, but I didn't mind it. But I'm interested to see how they are gonna look at this, and and see how, just kind of see how they're gonna go about the story mode of this next upcoming game, which will be rumors have said, and honestly we knew it was happening. It is going to be there's going to be a teaser or a trailer for it within the next couple of weeks. So this could be with at the end of May. Who knows? I think apparently there's a PlayStation showcase happening at the end of this month. So, hey, it could line up here. We're kind of like lining these events up, and it could happen. Another thing on the list here of news of today, Resident Evil. This is not big. I mean, it is big for me, but it's not necessarily huge because it's probably not real. Resident Evil 9. We've been getting leaks about this game for about a year now. And rumors rumors have said this is the next Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Apocalypse. Now, could that title still be active? Can it still be used, I mean, I say yes. I'd say it can still be used. I think it's still on the board of, being a used title by Capcom. But what doesn't make sense to me is the story and also the leaks that have been happening of this game, which is that this game will be the last time we will see Chris Redfield in any Resident Evil game. This is his last appearance, and he won't die, but he'll live. So again, just from me, and this is like everything that kind of just is happening. Rhino has been just posting this shit. Don't believe it. I'm gonna be real with you. Just don't. Okay, what was that? Okay, buddy. Just don't believe it. I'm gonna be real with you. I think that Capcom now some of this shit might be true. This title might be true. Some of the story may be true, and maybe this is Chris Redfield's last game. But what doesn't make sense is what he's kind of saying in this. The last game, it says single player, no co-op. Jill Valentine returns and plays a similar role to Ada in RE4. The story follows Chris as he leads towards the BSAA in Europe right after the end of RE Village, without mentioning the history and community of Winters. The game has been in development for 2 years with the recycled assets from Village and RE4. This is contrary to reports by this person who stated it's in development for 6 to 7 years, so it remains questionable. Again, this number here doesn't really make sense to me, because if it was in development for this long, maybe what happened is, it could have went from RE9 to RE8. So I don't know. Claire Redfield makes a brief appearance. Leon and Ada will make an appearance in RE9. Leon's last chronological appearance was in RE6, followed by Death Island CGI movie, which is coming up this year. Rebecca Chambers and Barry Burton will be present as well. The game's ending revolves a sacred of a loved one. Mythological. I can't fucking read. Mythological enemies are expected to appear. Again, this is what we've been hearing about this game for the last year, and it doesn't make sense to me, because why would they go to, yes, I know in Village and in 7 and those games, they went off the path of, T-virus, zombie stuff. They kind of went on this other path of, this is a completely new thing, new virus, a new infection that takes over the body and makes them not zombies, but they're just like walking. They're almost just like, walking mutators. So, but it just doesn't make sense to me of why they would go off the path even more. I think they want to bring it back to zombies. They want to bring it back. I mean, it doesn't say here zombies are set to return particularly, but it just doesn't make sense to me that this would happen, and I don't know how I feel about it. Um, and it says there will be an explanation for them, but how do you explain mythological creatures in Resident Evil? I just don't know. I mean, fucking, we found out that Oswald E. Spencer found, made the T virus out of, or got the inspiration of the T virus from, Mother Miranda's. So maybe it only makes sense that this would happen. So, it says another castle, of those of Ramon Salazar and Lady Dimitrescu will be presented. So, another castle, of course. Official reveals coming around October/November, which, yes, that makes sense, but that's such a weird time to reveal this game. Usually when Capcom reveals games, it's usually around Summer Games Fest, E3, like around that time frame, and I think a couple of years ago they did it at a PlayStation showcase, but you're probably not going to see the next Resident Evil at this year's showcase because we just had RE4 remake. So hold your horses. And that's it. So again, I don't know how I feel about this information. Yes, the title could be true. Yes, some of this could be true. But I just don't know. I just wouldn't take everything serious. I would take it all with a grain of salt. Do I like this? Honestly, I'm not going to lie, though. I do really love this title. I really like this title, Resident Evil Apocalypse. I think it makes sense. Obviously, they're kind of going with the Roman numeral whole thing, and it really makes sense and honestly looks dope as fuck, and I really love it. But again, take everything that you see here with a grain of salt, because we've been hearing about RE9 since last year, and pretty much the majority of things that we heard about RE9 are probably not true. And the same thing with RE4 Remake. We heard things from last year that none of those things came true, or some of it, like partial of it came true, but majority of the things that were leaked from RE4 Remake did not happen. So again, take everything that you see here with a grain of salt until we see a confirmation from Capcom that yes, this next title is called Resident Evil Apocalypse. So just bear warning and keep that in mind. I just saw that last tweet. I'm not going to look at that and try to find it. What else is on the chopping block? Well, I guess events. Events are coming up. We have Xbox's game showcase, and I just kind of want to talk about this real quick and then kind of end off the video here. We also have a rumored PlayStation showcase at the end of this month, which, if that does happen, we'll more than likely see Spider-Man 2, which is a game we've been waiting, everyone's been waiting for to just hear about since the reveal in 2021. So, obviously, and that game's coming out this year. That's coming out this fall. So we have to hear something about it at the next PlayStation showcase. But the Xbox game showcase, this is a game that I've been dying to see for years since the reveal 3 years ago. State of Decay 3. I want to talk about it real quick. I think that there is a very high chance that we could be getting just something about State of Decay 3. I think we may get just a tiny information, like when the game, how long the game's been in development. Actually, I think, do we know that? I don't know. Maybe a new trailer, maybe just like something. How much longer do we have till the release? We need something. This is happening on June 11th, so a month from now. And I think that what makes this interesting is, I think that with all of these, with E3 not happening again this year, and in my opinion, I think E3 is never going to happen ever again. I think 2021 was the last E3 that you'll ever see in your life. I think they're just going to completely banish it, because Why, 2 years in a row? Are you kidding me? Like, who's gonna come back next year expecting the biggest things ever and get nothing out of it? So it just doesn't make sense to me of why they would continue it. But then again, I don't know. They're weird about it. So yeah, but I do want to see more Jeff Keighley. So maybe we'll see it again. Summer Games Fest is coming out next month as well, June 8th. Again, more information on games such as maybe Mortal Kombat. Maybe if we don't see it at the next PlayStation Showcase, we could see it at the Summer Games Fest. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of events coming up. I know that. And I know that. I think that. What else is coming up? I mean, what else is happening? I think that we have a PlayStation Showcase rumored at the end of this month. We have Summer Games Fest next month, which is, I should talk about this real quick. These are the partners happening with Summer Games Fest. We have Activision, Amazon Games, no idea, Bandai Namco, no idea, Capcom, CD Projekt, which CD makes me interested. I think they're probably going to talk about maybe the remake of The Witcher, possibly, or a new IP. Devolver Digital. No, wait, what does that say? I have no idea. Disney, EA, Epic Games, Focus Entertainment, Gearbox Publishing, Grinding Gear Games. No idea. Level Infinite, Magic the Gathering. No idea. Netflix. Nexon, Niantic, North Beach Games, Paradox. We have PlayStation, Sega, Square Enix, Xbox, Warner Brothers, Ubisoft, Steam, Techland, Samsung Gaming Hub, Razer. We have a lot of partners here at this event. The biggest names that come to your mind: Capcom, CD Projekt, PlayStation, Square Enix, Xbox, Warner Brothers, and maybe Ubisoft, depending on what you're trying to see. Which, Ubisoft, obviously, Assassin's Creed, more than likely. But those are the biggest names. Warner Brothers, obviously, NetherRealm. They're partnered with NetherRealm Studios, so we could be seeing more information on Mortal Kombat and maybe seeing the first trailer of Mortal Kombat 1 at this event if it doesn't happen at the PlayStation Showcase. Xbox, of course, again, SOD3, I'm just saying, maybe. Square Enix, obviously, within that, when this event happens, within the next couple of those following weeks, we are seeing Final Fantasy 16 coming out. So they're probably just going to talk about it for real quick, kind of just tell you, this game's coming out, buy it, do this, whatever. Sega, what could Sega be up to? We don't know. PlayStation Showcase or PlayStation Showcase, PlayStation. We could see maybe some exclusive games, obviously, so we'll maybe there. We have EA EA and Ubisoft really here. More EA though. Skate 4, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I've been waiting for that game for years, so I'm hoping maybe something. CD Projekt, as I said, maybe about their next upcoming game, which is either a new IP or the game that they're working on right now, which is a remake of The Witcher. So that's happening. Capcom, of course. Capcom, what is coming out for them? I think that. Street Fighter 6 obviously comes out like a week before. Or it comes out the week before this event is happening. So it comes out June 2nd. So about a week before this event happens. So they're probably gonna maybe talk about it for a second. Actually, I know what they're gonna talk about. I think they're probably gonna talk about the DLC character that's coming on this summer. They're probably gonna talk about new information on him, probably, but we'll see. Bandai Namco, of course, they are notorious for their next upcoming game, which is Armored Core. So they're probably going to be talking about that. And then Activision, which is, again, they're probably, I'm just saying, within the next couple of weeks, we're probably going to be getting a teaser for this game, this next upcoming game, and see maybe some gameplay or another teaser at Summer Games Fest. So I'm excited. I'm hyped, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please smash the like button and subscribe. They're amazing, and I cannot wait for all of these things happening. I just can't wait. It's gonna be insane. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.